Hey, welcome back everybody. Today we're talking about tugboats. That's right, and the wipe's happening for main branch and for my custom servers for Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And I'm Jade Monkey. Okay, so let's break this down here. So I know it's been a little bit confusing because this got broken up into two phases, but we did just get Sea Labs and also Submarines, both the solo and duo submarines, which coincidentally is the hard counter to this bad boy here. Tugboats should be coming into testing branch either this Thursday, June 6th, or about 7 days after that, so like a week, so next Thursday. I think the earliest is going to be June 6th, and I think the latest is going to be about a week out, just because these things typically have to go into testing branch, then be tested, and then if there are any changes, that patch has to be developed, then redeployed to testing branch to make sure that things are all stable for this. As far as we know up to this point, it looks like the scheduled release for this to main branch or just regular normal Rust is at the end of June. So I believe it's June 27th, if I'm not mistaken. So in order for that timeline to be met, we're going to be seeing this on testing branch very, very soon. I'm going to guess it's going to be Thursday or Friday of this week is my guess. I mean, obviously anything can happen at any time on testing branch, so that's essentially what it is. I mean, it's in the name, but either way you cut it, this is going to be fantastic. If you didn't know, I mean, because some people I think are confused about what Tugboat is. It is a movable, livable base. You can authorize on it. You can live inside of it. And here's a little tip. Even if someone sinks it, it will remain on the bottom of the ocean for hours. I'm still not sure what the timer is, but at least 2 hours. And then you can actually go back and open up your doors, even though it's been sunk, and like recover your loot. And you can also raid those doors, both when it's above water or underwater. Just saying, that's going to be a real thing. And the build area is down here if you're unfamiliar with it. You can only put certain things in here. So I know those of you that have played Ark are like, yeah, Quetzal turrets. Well, not here. You cannot put turrets on here. So that's definitely not going to be a thing. Even though we've tried many times, they definitely patched it out. But anyways, mobile base is going to be fantastic. A great way to counter things like oil rig or even cargo ship. It goes about the speed of the cargo ship, and it does take a low grade. And actually, let me just swing up here. You can put your own doors on here. You can actually get to pick wooden, metal, or obviously high quality. If you step in here, you just mount it and then hold the action button, and then you can see TC options here. If you're trying to move it like a boat, you have to authorize first. Just a little tip out there. I know we're not going to go through the whole rundown here, but so a couple different things to get you started when you actually, if this does get deployed on Thursday. Man, I really hope it does. So here's the game plan. If this does get deployed, we're going to be streaming this as soon as possible. We'll let you know if there's any changes to this or when it does come out. So a good reason to subscribe and turn on those notifications if you have not already. And for those of you that have, I do appreciate you. It's awesome, dude. It always helps. So yeah, we're very, very excited for this. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to try to run the server as long as we can with these tugboats. I don't know how long we'll keep it once we sign off, but I think it's going to be a blast when it's on, which is kind of the way this thing's been ratcheted to be. It's not really meant to be like a long-term base. I mean, I guess you could, but man, talk about a loss when this thing gets sunk, right? Especially if somebody gets inside that door. Yikes. But anyways, that's what's going on there. We still don't have a word on the secret updates. Obviously, we want minis or the scrap helicopter, obviously. Things are kind of pointing towards cars and possibly the industrial updates, so we're still kind of waiting on all that stuff. We've seen a lot of compelling evidence to show a lot of activity in this department, so we'll kind of have to wait and see how all of that works out. But let's go ahead and move on to the wipes. We'll go ahead and cover my custom server first. If you are looking for my custom server, the best way to find it, because I do try to search for this, so I kind of saw like how many people are using my keywords, so it is a bit confusing, right? So if you type in Jade to search and then sort by server slots full list, you should find us there at the top of the list or pretty close. The name is right here, the full name. You can see the color flourish. Let me back up. You can see the color flourishes there. Typically my server is set to 50, or I'm sorry, to 100, but it's set to 50. We'll cover that here in a second, but that's what it looks like. That's how you find it. That's what's running right now. So we do have a full wipe happening on June 6th. The full wipe means BPs and the map. We do have all BPs unlocked on our server, so things do move rather quickly. And I think for server health, it's also good too because we have so much activity. And people seem to like it though. I mean, it's a very healthy server. We always got like a really good population, and it's designed for people to be able to come in at any point during the wipe and like have a good time. It's 2x solo duo trio. So that's up and running. So let's go ahead and talk about the temporary population to 50. There's been some issues on the last 2 patches that have caused performance issues past 50 population. So we're trying to address it. Double 11's aware of it. G-Portal's aware of it. So we're going to try to put it back to 100, but if things start to tank again, we're going to scale it back to 50. If it stays at 50 again, this wipe, we'll try to open up another server for 50. So if you're already a VIP, you'll be a VIP on this server and the additional one as well. So just keep that in mind. If you want to know what VIP is, it's a channel member that gets Q-Skip on my servers. If you want to sign up, you can do that through my YouTube channel. You just hit join. And then once you are a member, you go to the community tab and then look for the members only posts. You reply here with your gamer tag or PSN ID. It's a great way to do that. And actually, like if you do that, make sure that it actually posts, because sometimes like old mobile apps will like not catch it, like old, like let's say you haven't updated your YouTube app on your phone or something. Just make sure it posts there, and once it does, I can take that gamer tag, put it into the database. I'll echo back to you what I put in so we can both verify, but then also when I check you off with the heart, it sends a notification directly to you so you know when you have queue skip. It is instant. Even if you're in the queue and I add you, you're going to go right to the front. So that's just how we've been doing it on our server. People seem to enjoy it. Also, if you run into any weirdness, somebody cheating, using scripts, if people are over the trio count, be sure to use the in-game report system. Be specific about who they are, what grid they're in. If they're dumb enough to do a TikTok, you'd be surprised at how many people do that. Please put it in that report. It goes to us. It goes to me. So it doesn't go to like the regular stuff. So if you're on my server and you send a report, it goes to us. So we do activate on that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's always a great time. So yeah, that's the custom server. That's what's going on. Hopefully we get the whole population thing fixed. I know it's been very frustrating, so thank you for hanging in there. It's mostly just been server restarts and some performance hits, but yeah, things should be back to normal pretty soon, because let's be honest, it's not like we've had major problems prior, right? We've had some hiccups, but nothing like that. Okay, on to the wipes for normal Rust, regular Rust, for the monthly main branch Rust. Thursday, June 6th, 2024. We have a no wipe setup. That means you keep the blueprints and you keep the map, which is pretty great. And over here, we have our next scheduled wipe is going to be June 27th, and it should be a soft wipe because we did just get a hard wipe. I know I have ore full wipe here, but that's the next scheduled piece. Now, if something goes on with the tugboats where they need to restart it or something, they'll let us know, but count on the soft wipe essentially for the monthly main branch. As far as they've been telling us, if there's no major change to the BP tree, typically they can keep it to a soft wipe. That's how they do it here. It's not really how they do it on PC, but anyways, that's what's going on for main branch monthly. On to weekly main branch Rust console edition. Thursday, June 6th, 2024 is a soft wipe. Some of you might be asking, what is that? Well, whoops. Yes, well, it is you keep the blueprints and the map wipes. You keep the knowledge, but everything else is lost. And the map typically rotates. And don't forget, the new C labs also will change with the server seed as well. So you'll have a completely different experience down below. So that's always a great time. Also, if you're looking to change it up a bit, maybe for your server, if it's getting stale, if you're on monthly, if you're like, man, I'm tired of these Zergs, try weekly, man. I'm telling you, this is the time to do it. Stack BPs, get in there. Servers come back up at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 a.m. PST, and 7:30 p.m. BST. 30 minutes prior to that is when the servers go down, and this is when they come up. And the map, or I'm sorry, not the map, but the skin rotation should be special items this week. And if you do like the skins now, just know you have another week on those. Very excited for this tugboat to come in, to see the types of gameplay, a little bit of Sea of Thieves action. It's going to be fantastic. And like I said, we're going to try to stream it as soon as we possibly can. If there's any kind of hiccups or anything, we're going to let you guys know ASAP, because we're just as excited as you guys are. And if you are looking for a good C-Lab guide, it should already be up on the end screen now. And hopefully we'll see you in the next live stream / video, or even on the custom server.